All right, what's up, folks? I hope you are well. Just want to jump on real quick this morning. Another little tidbit about sync licensing as it comes to mind. I've got a couple other things I might talk about here soon. But one is I get in these Facebook forums and these groups and these things, and people talking about, and there's a particular, I'd say, non-exclusive or company that feeds to nothing but stock libraries around the world, and now I don't want to really want to talk about the company, but you got people in that group that have kind of bought into this ideology and haven't learned that lately that's not the case. And this particular company, it serves a purpose, and it's okay if it's set up to that with them because they're just in that group of just those libraries that are stock and not exclusive. But people have the notion, folks, and I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings if you're watching this and you believe otherwise, that non-exclusive is the way to go. Sorry about that, I hit my mic here. But they're thinking that non-exclusive is the way to go here. And folks, I tell you, the industry hasn't been non-exclusive functioning in some time. And I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings. I was just going to get to the point. If you're going to get success in sync licensing, it's exclusive sync. The companies, you get a lot of placements directly to film and TV, not stock libraries. And very few that are non-exclusive get placements. I've got one company, as I said about this company a while back ago. I signed the tracks non-exclusive with him because I didn't like his exclusive deal, and I don't like his non-exclusive deal, and I don't really send him much music these days. He distributes to the same company, a Primal House, the other library that I work a lot with, and another one. So it's really, right now, no need to get him a lot of music. But I don't like his 60-40 thing with non-exclusive and with sync fees, and he wants to give you money up front for the tracks and buy out your sync fees for the future. And that's why I talked about be careful what you sign. If you take money up front for these tracks, there are people saying, I've got money, I'll give you for the tracks. You're waiving your future sync fees. In other words, if that thing ends up into a commercial or a movie, you don't get a dime of that money if you take money up front for it. So beware of that on a side note. But my thing here, my point today is that people thinking that non-exclusive is the way to go, I hate to tell you, it's not. It's because you can put that music in as many places as you can. The production companies, TV networks, editors, music supervisors, these people, they don't want to search for music and hear the same track in a million different places. Guys, I hate to tell you this, but it's a liability if they hear the same piece of music in different places with different names. They don't know where it came from. It may be legit, but it's not going to cut it. That's why they went to exclusive. They went to exclusive sync. And there are companies, like when you get to the bigs like BMG and APM or Universal Music, Warner Chappell, their libraries expect them to have exclusive and then in perpetuity. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want it in perpetuity with big companies like that because those are the big companies where the music's going to be there and it's always going to have that audience. People gravitate to those companies. But they also use a lot of other companies. I'm not saying you just have to get your music into these Universal and APM. I've got success from libraries that don't feed into those companies. But they're all exclusive, folks. And I can tell you, the stock music libraries, if you followed Stephen Badal, he goes by Stevie B, and some of these other guys, they're not doing stock much anymore. They're all gravitating towards exclusive sync. So please, guys, whatever you do, I've been in this 15 years, and it's guys like us and many other beyond me that even have even more of, way I feel, an authority than me to say that this is where you got to stay with the times and learn the industry. It's not exclusive anymore, folks. If you're going to really start getting some sound, safe, and productive work and your music working for you, you got to be in libraries that conform with the industry, what the industry expects. And the problem with them is they're seeing more liabilities. That's why I've told you a while back ago, dealing with trying to find supervisors directly is just not going to work for you. If you find one, you build a relationship and you get on their briefs list and you land something for them, go for it. It just doesn't happen a lot. The best thing to do with music supervisors is find the source that if you meet one, find out where they get their music from, some of the places they look, and try to get your music in those places. That's the best thing you could do. But you have a long, tough, almost impossible path to follow if you just try to achieve music supervising only, folks. I can tell you. with sync licensing. If you're a singer-songwriter, you may go an avenue of something called a sync agent, and that's a whole different ballgame in the conversation, which, and you may write for artists. It's a different, genre, just like trailer music's a different genre. But you're doing sync licensing and music cues and stuff. You got people out there trying to tell you that you'll never do anything with instrumental music, and that's BS too. If you're following Jesse Josephson at Sync My Music, he's telling you. He said he's fixing to release this app that he's talking about. That's another thing I may get on. I don't know where he's getting that data, but it's so cool. Follow him and go find out that app that he's fixing to release. It's going to give you some data. It's going to probably be a game changer. Well, not probably. It's definitely going to be a game changer. I just don't know where he got that data from. He said it was very expensive, but I wouldn't doubt it. But it's it's amazing, and I'm going to subscribe to it a while. I want to see what I can find out and what's going on. I think it's so cool. You never know. You may find yourself on that list of placements that's being reported in real time. But instrumental music, he said, is the majority. Even though there's a lot of stuff with vocals, there's a lot of stuff, but these are all, for the most part, they're exclusive libraries. Now, there are some libraries out there like Crucial Music, I think goes non-exclusive, but that's one of the very few that's getting a lot of placements, and I don't know exactly what they do. They're very tough to get into, and Crucial Music may have an exclusive deal. I don't know, but there's just not many. It's exclusive sync. And I know Crucial is a good company because the owner of the library was speaking at the conference last year, and she's very well respected. She runs a very tight ship over there at Crucial Music. You got to be on your A game trying to get music into that company. It's just one of the few that they just have their own standards. Nothing wrong with you. There just has to be, there's something they're looking for. And if you knew specifically, which I don't, you would probably have a better time at getting music to them, But it's a service industry, folks, and you got to kind of conform and learn this industry and learn what's going on, the trends. That's why going to these music conferences, even if you do it virtual, it's okay. You're going to learn. You're going to hear these panels. You're going to learn what's going on. Talking to people, the composers, talking to a lot of libraries, meeting people. They're going to kind of keep your ear at bay at what's going on, where the changes are. But just wanted to jump on and just let you know, if someone's trying to get you into this ideology of non-exclusive is the way to go. Don't commit your music. It's production music. Don't marry yourself to it. Follow Matt Vanderbilt. He'll tell you, forget about that track. Keep moving forward. Keep writing music. Don't marry yourself to it. Set it, forget it, and don't fret it. I'm okay if it's exclusive. And a lot of these companies, depending on what it is, I'm okay if it's in perpetuity because I know it's going to get placed. It's going to stay there. It's not going anywhere else. I know I can write a better piece of music for somebody else and keep going, Just understand that this is a part of learning this industry, and not just learning it. You're always going to have to keep your ear to the ground. You're always going to have to keep learning. Don't stop learning. Just understand one thing. If you're learning and you're doing all this, be doing as well. Don't sit there just be learning and go, when I'm ready, I can do this. I just need to learn more. No, start doing. Start getting your music. Start getting it done. Start understanding the best places that you can put your music. And I just hate to get to the point and be the bearer of bad tidings, but non-exclusive is not the way to go. And in this particular group of this company, I've got a few tracks or side stuff over there I don't do for anyone else that it doesn't generate anything really. I mean, hopefully it will one day generate something, but I want to get on there. It's so bad and just go, listen, non-exclusive is not the way to go, man. And I hate to tell, I may approach it the way and say, listen, man, you need to know that non-exclusive is not the most successful way to go. I may comment on that and see what's said, but you got these guys believing that, and then they wonder why they're not getting their music anywhere. I'm not trying to, listen, I don't say this in any arrogant manner. I'm just saying that the truth is you got to keep your ears to the ground. This is a part of learning this business, and you're gonna have to stay with it and keep your ears to the ground all the time because it's changing so much. So many things are changing. You listen to what's going on with all these streaming sites and stuff, what they're doing, legal stuff that's going on. It's always something going on. It's always a corporate entity out to screw us. And unfortunately, us composers have been the victim of that. And we have to keep fighting back. We have to keep, getting laws in place to protect us any way we can. But anyway, just want to let you know that shoot for exclusive. Even if you're with a good company that's in perpetuity, if you're not sure, make sure you have a reversion clause. It's okay. But if it's in a good company, you're getting a lot of placements, you're not going to want to move those tracks. Leave them there. Just keep writing new stuff and moving forward. Even if you don't want to write for them anymore, go to another company. Find your home. Find your center. You can do it. I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to get on and mention that. And I hope that you're well. And I thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Be cool. Bye.